3 defensive linemen on the line of scrimmage for Nebraska. Northwestern will start things off with a run, met in the backfield, but then breaking a tackle and diving forward for a gain of 1 on the play is Joe Hyman.
Yeah, nice job by Hyman to get away from first contact that was behind him, off toward the right side of where he picked up the football, and then just lunging forward. That's something that you have to understand as a running back. Sometimes you just have to put your body on the line, put your body on the ground, and just try and pick up that extra yard. A positive play on first down.
13 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. 2 receivers to Stone's right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the field for the Cats as well. Stone takes the snap, looking down the middle of the field. He'll throw deep. Incomplete. That ball just came up short, but a flag on the play, targeting Elegon. And in coverage, it looks like they'll get Andrew Marshall. He's trying to plead his case with the referees, but I think this will be either defensive holding or pass interference against the Huskers.
I mean, earlier in this football game, it is exactly a 15-yard penalty, pass interference. Earlier in this football game, though, we saw a lot of coverage on the near side of the field between a Northwestern wide receiver and a Nebraska defensive back that was not called. This, I think, was less intense hand-to-hand contact. There was a little bit more body contact, but Elegon kind of just fell down. There wasn't a ton there. It feels like from a consistency standpoint, the officiating today has been a little bit all over the place.
4th penalty of the game for Nebraska, totaling 39 yards in damages. Gives Northwestern a fresh set of downs at their own 36-yard line. Receiver in motion, now the handoff to Komalafe, trending to the right side, meets a tackler in a physical play that time. Donovan Jones at the point of attack met the 210-pound Komalafe and dragged him to the ground for no gain.
Yeah, it's so tough. Northwestern, it's very clear what the game plan is. It's let's try and draw the clock down a little bit. Let's try and, get some offensive momentum and then maybe look for the play action game for those big explosive passes. But this Northwestern team is really unable to run the ball effectively right now. This Nebraska defense understands it has to get to the football.
Komalafe now will be behind Stone in pistol. 2 receivers on the left. Tight end attached to the formation. Northwestern looking to throw on 2nd and long. Stone drops back, sails out of the pocket due to some pressure, trying to relocate and improvise. Throw down to the right sideline. They'll rule that a catch. It was Elegon making his way back to the ball just short of the line to gain. But a really nice play under pressure by Stone to find Elegon, who worked his way back to the quarterback. That's how they teach it.
Oh, that is so impressive. Stone, great job improvising, rolling out deep all the way back toward the 30-yard line, right by the numbers on the far side of the field, and then moving right, throwing to his right. Elegon came back to the football, and now a huge third down here, 3rd and 2 from the 44.
A wishbone formation for Northwestern. 2 backs on either side of Stone and a running back behind him. Northwestern goes heavy. They'll give to Komalafe. He goes forward, and he's got room down the sideline. There's no one left to beat. Komalafe high-stepping, 20-10, touchdown, Northwestern. Northwestern now has scored 13 unanswered, and Adam, you have to imagine they're going to keep the offense on the field and try and knot this game up at 21. Komalafe dodged the initial surge of tacklers, broke it to the far side of the field, and had nobody to beat. What a play by the Wildcats.
His second 2 rushing touchdown game of the season, ties a career high that he had against ULM earlier in the campaign. Goes 56 yards to the house, the 4th 40-plus yard rush for Northwestern this season. That's the 2nd most in the Big Ten.
And now a crucial play. Northwestern will indeed keep the offense out for the 2-point conversion. Hyman enters the game for Komalafe, catching his breath, but he'll motion out as a receiver. 4 receivers on the right side of the formation. Hayden Elegon on the near side. On the left side of the formation, it forces 5 Nebraska defensive backs out, so a light box for Stone. Now 1 more comes back in. They bring some heat. A slant to Elegon. He's got it. The 1 receiver on the left side of the formation able to come down with the ball from Stone, who is fired up heading back to the Northwestern sideline. And Adam, it didn't take that much time, just about 12 minutes of game time for Northwestern to make up a 15-point deficit, and we're all knotted up at 21. We talked about these teams. They usually play in some close games, so even when it was a 15-point game, felt like Northwestern had a chance to come back, but wow, they stormed back into this contest. No Ori Adai for Northwestern in the secondary today, as 1st and 10 from the 31. Emmett Johnson to Raiola's left. Receiver goes in motion, but it's a handoff to the running back Johnson. He jukes out a linebacker for Northwestern and plunges ahead for a gain of 5 on 1st down.
It's a great job by Emmett Johnson that time. Starting off toward the middle, moving left, breaking away from a tackler, going back toward the right. He is so shifty in open space. He's truly an old school feel running back, not afraid of contact.
Nebraska's offense moving with pace. 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Johnson moves from left to right into motion. Now spreading out of the backfield, Raiola looks to pass to the right. Finds Isaiah Hunter for a quick gain of about 4, and that'll be just enough for the 1st down. It was a late developing play. With all of the routes staying within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, it's been a Nebraska offense that has been so successful within 10 yards when trying to pass.
And that time, Isaiah Hunter just running a little route, curl route, coming back to the football, picking up that 1st down, moves the chains. This is a passing offense that has 3 or 4 guys that can really catch the football.
Now Lindenmeyer, the tight end, attached to the formation for 1st and 10 from the 41. Play action, it's an RPO, back to Isaiah Hunter on a slant. Keeps running forward, breaks the tackle all the way down to the Northwestern 33. Raiola read the run-pass option perfectly. Northwestern's defense bit on the run, and Hunter was able to find a gap right through the heart of the Northwestern defense.
And really impressive for Hunter to bounce off Robert Fitzgerald. He's a guy that leads Northwestern in tackles this season, and he just bounced off him like he was a bowling ball. Nothing Fitzgerald could do. He lowered his shoulder, tried to wrap up Hunter, but he picked up a couple more yards.
Nebraska's offense working quickly once again. Now 12 personnel on 1st down, 2 tight ends in the game. Handoff to Emmett Johnson, runs to the right, dodges a tackler, and picks up a gain of 7. Nebraska's offense has moved efficiently thus far. Following a game where Northwestern's defense recorded its first shutout in 8 seasons, already on their heels early in this one. Now 2nd and 3 from the 26-yard line, still scoreless, just under 10 minutes remaining in this 1st quarter. Raiola still operating from the shotgun. Another handoff to Johnson up the middle. Now cuts right and pummels ahead for a gain of 3, and that'll be another Nebraska 1st down.
Yeah, really nice job running right side, right hash. It's Najee Story with the tackle. This Northwestern defensive front is looking a step slow in the early going. Kilbane and Carmine Bastone, both with their hands on their hips, just trying to catch their breath here.
So another 1st down for Nebraska, now on the edge of the red zone, the 21-yard line. A duo look on the left side of the field. Now tight end Lindenmeyer joins them. Raiola will pass on 1st down. He was hit and just had to release that one. Sails out of bounds. Northwestern's defense brought the heat on the play. Looked like that time getting to the quarterback was Michael Kilbane.
Yeah, Kilbane's just so impressive. That time comes in through untouched. And Raiola, similar to that play on the first Northwestern drive, just no time in the pocket. That time it was Preston Stone. Here it's Raiola who could just float one off toward the end zone. That far right pylon, and just nobody was home.
Kilbane terrorized Purdue last week, a sack and 3 quarterback hurries. Now 2nd and 10 for Nebraska. They'll hand it off to Johnson once again. Another gap right through the middle of Northwestern's defense. Finally met by a gang of Northwestern tacklers after a gain of 8. And once again, Nebraska gets himself into a workable position, setting up a 3rd and 2 at about the 14-yard line.
At 3rd and 2 here, this is where you have to be aggressive if you're Northwestern. You stack the box, maybe go and dial up a blitz if you're Tim McGarrigle's unit. I mean, you have to really stop Nebraska here in the red zone. You've got to limit this thing to a field goal. What a commanding opening drive, though.
3rd and 2, receiver in motion from left to right. Handoff to Johnson once again. This time he's met in the backfield, dodges 1 tackle, dodges 2 tackles, and runs through Northwestern contact, fighting ahead to the 9-yard line for a 1st down. That was all Emmett Johnson.
First contact by Braden Bruss and Mac Uline was behind the line of scrimmage. The only issue is that Emmett Johnson just was not able to be tackled because he just decided to put his shoulder through a guy, bounced off another guy, pinballing his way for a 1st down, and now it's 1st and goal from the 9.
Johnson entering today's game, 713 rushing yards, looks on pace to be the first Husker running back to hit the 1,000-yard mark since Divino Zigbo in 2018. Now 1st and goal from the 9. Another handoff, working to the left in space. That's a touchdown for Emmett Johnson. Nebraska dominant on its opening possession. A 9-yard scoot to the left for Johnson, and the Huskers take a 6-0 lead. Under 4 minutes to go, it's 3rd and 5 from just about midfield Western Illinois, another motion for the running back. Irvin under pressure, a huge hit, ball's tipped and intercepted. Uline has it. That ball was tossed up into the air. Irvin was trying to get the slant. It ricocheted off a Northwestern defensive back, and Uline turned around and was Johnny on the spot. The first Northwestern forced turnover of the season. Everything coming up purple in this first quarter for Northwestern. Angel Flores in the game now for Central Michigan. Threw that interception in the first half that got the snowball rolling for Northwestern. The first turnover of 3. He takes the direct snap and plunges ahead, enough for the first down. Is the ball out once again? Northwestern has it. And running back the other direction is Braden Turner. He's still going. He crosses back towards the middle of the field and jumps in for a touchdown.
There is a flag down, though, at the 40-yard line where Flores went down. There was heavy contact.
So a lot to sort out on this play. First, there's some laundry on the field. Also questioning, did that ball come out of the arms of Flores? And if so, was Turner down when he picked it up, or was he able to advance it? For now, I think they're calling the call on the field a touchdown. We're waiting for an official signal from the referees, but Turner picked it up, and it was full steam ahead down the near sideline, crossed back to the center of the field. Here's the call from the ref.
After the fumble and during the return, personal foul, face mask, the fumbling team. That penalty will be enforced 15 yards on the kickoff. The touchdown is good.
Oh my goodness, Adam. The touchdown will stand. The 4th turnover of the game generated by this Northwestern defense. In the past, they've set up the offense with short fields. This time, the defense saying, we'll take it in for 6 ourselves. Braden Turner jumping on that ball. A clear face mask by the offensive lineman on the play. Jacob Booth got up in the head of Turner, and Turner just ran right through it, broke the tackle of the running back Townsend, crossed back to the middle and jumped into the end zone, and Northwestern leads 27-0. What a crushing turn of events. Hindstone, he'll get the carry once again, bounces off a tackler and spins, moves his way up close to the first down marker. A pickup of about 7 on 2nd and 9, like a bowling ball, Cam Porter. And already we're seeing him get a ton of work after just 6 carries a week ago. Northwestern subs before a 3rd and short. A week ago, the average 3rd down distance for Northwestern was 8.5 yards. So far, they've gotten themselves into 2 3rd and manageables. Staying on tempo has Zach Lujan's offense. Now the 3rd and 3. Stone takes the snap and he'll hand off to Porter again. He charges forward for the first down and some more. He breaks a tackle and he's going down the left sideline. He's got no one to beat. Cam Porter, touchdown. Northwestern's first touchdown of the 2025 season. Cam Porter, 40-plus yards to the house, and Northwestern is on top. Ja'Cory Barney goes in motion. Now 3 receivers on the right. They'll throw on first down. It's intercepted. Mac Uline read it like a book, and he's got it for Northwestern in plus territory. What a purple surge for Northwestern. It was another RPO that Nebraska tried to set up and execute, but Uline just in the middle of the field took away the slant. They were trying to get the ball to Dane Key, and Uline was there for his 4th interception of the season. He's been one of the best linebackers in the Big Ten, and dare I say, the country in coverage this year.
Pass interference, defense, number 4. That penalty results in an automatic first down.
So by run, by pass, and by penalty, Northwestern continues to move the ball. 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter, and the Cats are starting to put their foots down on the Chippewas. That penalty will be assessed for 15 yards, putting the ball right at the 11-yard line of Central Michigan. Cats on the doorstep once again.
That's a tough call because we saw way more contact earlier in this game between Elegon and a defender, and that wasn't called. That time, that one, it seemed like there was a little hand-on hit contact, slashing move.
Chippewa defense on their heels. Preco in the backfield in the pistol behind Stone. A fake to him, play action. Stone keeps dropping back off the back foot, lofts it into the end zone. That's corralled for a touchdown. Wilde brings it in. There's a flag on the play that we'll wait to assess. but should it stand?
Defense.
That'll be
That
holding
penalty's
on the
declined.
defense. Count it. Touchdown number 2 on the day for Griffin Wilde. Is that connection between Stone and Wilde continues to look strong. Third passing touchdown of the day for Preston Stone, making 33-0 Wildcats. Now a new set of downs. Handoff to Porter, working to the right side. Dodges a tackler in the backfield. Now charges forward and lays down the shoulder into a Western Illinois defender before being met by a group of white jerseys after a pickup of 9. Man, Cam Porter has been a bull in a china shop tonight. Now up to 80 yards on the day and doing so on efficient work. Over 7 yards a carry for Cam Porter. This drive now over 6 minutes for Nebraska. They've gone 12 plays, 60 yards and counting. We're now under 3 minutes, and fatigue starting to set in for Northwestern's defense. First and goal from the 4-yard line. The tight end Lindenmeyer in motion, back in with the formation. Handoff to Emmett Johnson. He lunges forward, met by tacklers, but keeps the legs churning. He's in for a touchdown. Nebraska reclaims the lead with under 3 minutes to go. A 13-play, 64-yard, 6.5-minute touchdown drive with Nebraska's backs against the wall after that interception from Javen Wright. Over 6 yards per rush for Northwestern. Now they'll get the ball to Hyman out of the backfield, leaking out to the left, and he's got plenty of room. Some good downfield blocking by the tight end, Lawson Albright, to spring open Hyman for another first down, a gain of 14 on first down. Move the ball all the way to the Western Illinois 37, and the Cats' offense is moving fast. 2 to the left of Irvin, 1 receiver to the right. Holman stays in the backfield. Now they bring a man in motion. Some trickery, it's an end around, going to the far end. Now he's gonna throw it. Anaya over the top, and hauling it in is Damari Davis. Wow, offensive coordinator Brad Wilson and head coach Joe Davis go deep into their playbook bag and collect a chunk play, almost 40 yards on 2nd and 1.
That's so impressive. Anaya coming from the left side, the receiver, jet motion across behind the line of scrimmage, and the quarterback Irvin dumping it off. And how about a strike from Anaya deep down the right sideline, and Davis goes up, catches it. That is a fantastic play call. Now Western Illinois deep in Northwestern territory.
31 on the gain brings Western Illinois to the Northwestern 38. Now a handoff back to Holman. He shuffles through some garbage in the backfield and trots ahead for a gain of about 3. Brings up a much more manageable 3rd and 9 for this NU offense. 3 receivers all to the right side of the formation. Komalafe flanks Stone on his left hip. Snapping shotgun, Central Michigan bringing in the heat. Stone off his back foot, throws up to Wilde, a big hit delivered, and then almost intercepted on the ricochet, but it dribbles incomplete. Central Michigan brought more pressure on 3rd down, and Griffin Wilde lingering on the turf. He gets back up and heads to the sideline, but some aggression early on from this defense.